Hello, everybody. Welcome to Love and Money Live. We are so glad you're here with us. We're so excited about this one because we're going to start talking about some holiday stuff, and for your kids, so you can make sure they're not spoiled brats here during Christmas. But Scott's comment before we started was, "Why are we doing this? Because we haven't even had Thanksgiving yet." That's right. We've got some Christmas music going in here.
I'm not dancing.
He's not dancing. He refuses to dance.
I do not celebrate
Should he
Christmas.
be dancing? Thumbs up.
No.
Yes.
Thumbs down. If you're with me,
No, don't go thumbs down.
do thumbs down.
No, because then that means they don't like the segment.
Well, all right. Do thumbs down with a little Christmas hat behind it.
Well, I'm really excited for the holiday season.
Well,
I
it's
just
not
love
that
it.
I'm not excited for the holiday season. I just think Christmas is a little
I think you should hold this.
No, I'm not holding that. I dropped it and broke the other reindeer
Yeah, you did.
thing. But it's
Anyway.
it's not Christmas yet. It is
No.
like we haven't had Thanksgiving yet. So
But, honey, the truth of the matter is we need to be looking now at some things that our kids are doing because we don't want them to be a give-me kid at Christmas time.
now I understand that.
Okay,
But I'm
all
just
right.
saying it's a little early for Christmas music.
This is true.
After Thanksgiving, the Christmas music, James Taylor's Christmas CD,
Ooh,
amazing.
which ones do you guys
George
like?
Winston, amazing.
George Winston, huge.
Those will be flowing thick.
Yes, it will be.
But
very
until
soon.
then, we're staying with 80s.
Okay, all right.
All
Sounds
right.
good. But let's talk about this now because we want all of you to not have spoiled kids. And money is a big component of being spoiled. So we want to give you some tips today. So things you can be looking for as we go into the holiday season to make sure you don't have spoiled kids at the end.
Absolutely. It's crazy. We spend $41.2 billion in games
Billion
and toys.
with a freaking B.
Isn't that's why I'm like these big toy stores that are going out of business? I'm like, how?
How?
There's we spend $41.2
Well, the truth of
billion.
the matter is, I think like the Walmarts and all those
Yeah,
are
the
kinda
Walmarts,
taking
and
over.
most of us buy them online now,
Yeah,
anyways.
that's true.
But the reality is, we spend a huge amount, and I only spend $1 billion a year on my own toys.
Yeah.
So, sorry, I still love Legos.
He does. And you know what's so
Legos
fun?
for life, baby.
Okay, if you have a college student, okay, this is so cool. So this one college student wrote his mom and said, "Mom, would you please send me a Lego? I just need a Lego." So, we're all kids at
very
all
comforting.
ages. That's
It's very
for sure.
comforting, Legos
It is.
are.
They
Yeah,
are.
you begin the project, you end it
They're
within
very-
a couple hours.
I know.
So you can say,
You
what
have a
did you do with
beginning
your
and
day?
end,
Yeah,
and you feel accomplished.
you do. I glue mine.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
way
he
they don't-
does.
Yeah, super
Yeah,
glue all the
super
pieces
glue.
together.
Yeah, so they don't
Which is a
lose
good
them.
idea until you find out you put a wrong piece somewhere and then it's getting them off some mother. Focus. You can do anything you put your mind to.
That's right.
All right, I'm not quite sure how we got on that tangent.
All right,
Anyway,
well, let's dive
$41.2
in.
billion.
We would love
A
to
lot
hear
of money.
from you. Thumbs up. We love comments. We love hearts floating across. So give us some love. But we're excited today to be talking about this because it's super important. All right. So first of all, we have 3 points today that we want to go over.
You start off with point
And
number
I'll start off with point number 1. But these are ways to make sure that you don't have a spoiled brat, and things to be looking at now, especially as you head into the holiday season. Holiday season can be such a gimme, holiday, and we don't want our kids to be that. We want them to really understand the thankfulness part of Christmas, the reason for the season.
Yeah.
Jesus died. I was born. Didn't die for our sins.
Yeah,
that was Easter. Christmas. So he's born. Oh boy. Oh geez. What's she
That's why we're
talking
starting
about?
too early talking about Christmas. Everybody's confused.
Okay. So point number 1. Do they expect a reward? All right. So we know that, the YMCA generation,
Everybody
if you
gets a
will,
trophy.
everybody gets a trophy. But here's the real interesting thing is that you can see if they expect rewards. Like, for example, Cole had a really good semester with his grades, and he's like, "Dad, the other kids get like $20 if they get good grades." And what did you say?
I said good for them.
Exactly.
Because your job is school.
That's right.
And then I asked them to pay me. That didn't work out either.
Yeah,
but
that's true. That's true. But what's really interesting? I was talking to my cousin. I went out to visit my cousin. She lives out in Washington, D.C. with her wonderful husband and 2 little children. I took my special needs brother. We had a great time. Anyway, all that is to say, I said, so their one son is 7. And I said, so how are you liking the school that he's in? She said, well, I liked the old school that he went to better because this school gives them rewards for everything. And I said, well, give me an example. Well, he gets a reward for behaving well. he literally gets this like fun sticker thing, and then if he gets so many stickers, he gets a a prize or whatever. But she's like, to me, you should just be acting like a good child, and
Should
why
behaving
should we get
just because that's what you're supposed to do.
supposed to. So it's still happening. Kids are still getting rewards, and so really be watching out for that. And if they're asking for rewards, if I do something really good, can I have this? If you're hearing that, one of the biggest gifts we can give to our kids, and the best way for us to parent, is for us to be listening. Listening to what they're saying. If they're asking for a reward for something that you're going, well, that's just part of being the family. Like we have chores that we have around the house. You don't get paid for that. But if you go above and beyond, we have a list of things that you can do above and beyond to earn some money.
Yep.
But you've got things that you're just part of being the family. I mean, taking the garbage out is just part of being a family. So really, really important, but really be listening. Are they looking for a reward? If they're looking for rewards, then when it comes to Christmas time, they're just looking for all this stuff. And it just becomes this very give me kind of thing. All right.
Absolutely.
So point number one.
Point number two is, listen to what they want more. And so that's, as parents, we have such an amazing...
When they want more.
Yeah, when they want more. So as parents, when you're going to the grocery store, they put all the candies and all the good stuff as you're checking out. Are they always asking for that stuff? Now, if they're 2 or 3 or 4, they're just trying to try to figure this stuff out in general, but a no is great. No is the most powerful word
stick to the no.
in parenting, and stick to that no. And so even if... I remember this one time, Cole had a temper tantrum, and I literally left the cart and left the store.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was like, nope, we're out. And he didn't get anything, and he went home, and he went into instant room time as a punishment. So, really wanting to see if they want more. When you give them something, they say, yeah, but can we have this? Yeah, but can we have this? And saying no to those things. But just being able to sit down with them later and reflect on that too, and basically saying, hey, you asking for more doesn't want me to bless you with what we're giving you in the first place. Right. And that's a conversation that we've had with our kids many times. By no means are we perfect parents.
No.
I'm at about 90% perfect, Beth's at about 40, but I'm just kidding about that. Anyways, it's switched. Anyways, but we're all in this kind of together, and we're just working, even now with teenagers. I kind of figured they'd have it figured out by now, but the answer is they don't. And so my big thing is shoes with our kids, is that our kids blow through shoes
so fast.
Like crazy fast. But then, when we know they need shoes, are we going to buy them the $130 pair of brand new Adidas, or are we going to do something a little more comparable with like a $75 pair of Adidas or Nike or whatever? So anyways, just understanding and knowing that are they always looking for more? And then having a conversation, not getting mad about it, because they're kids, they're little, they've only been alive. Mine have been alive for 15 and 17 years. That's not a lot of history yet. But making sure that we're just keeping our ears open and just making a real, specific, I'm going to keep my ears open to see how they handle these situations, and then circling back around to them.
So let's say you're all going out for ice cream cones. All right. You say, hey, let's all jump in the car and let's go out and get some ice cream cones. But then they have to have the sprinkles on them. Or you say, hey, you order the milkshake for them, and they're like, you say, size small, and they're like, oh, Mom, please, can I have a medium? Can I have a medium? They're always asking for more. Mm-hmm. If your kid is always asking for more, the end result is they start to feel entitled.
Right.
And it's not that they're asking, it's that then they're getting it. Mm-hmm. Just because they ask,
that's
then they
wrong
get
with
it.
That.
As a matter of fact, you might even take some time and just like every time they ask for stuff for a while, if you feel like they're starting to swing towards that, say no. Just for a while, just say no to a lot of things, because you just don't want them. What's happening is they're getting in this habit of asking. You're saying yes, then they feel like they deserve it.
And I think part of the reason this is so important is our number 3 point, which is the value of $1. Mm-hmm. The reality is it's up to us to teach our kids the value of $1. And I think my oldest, who has a job now, gets the value of $1 a lot more than he did when he was 10, because he's actually working for it, and he actually knows how fast it really goes. So saying, we can't afford that, or saying, we're going to go with the cheaper route, is teaching them. It's just
not in the budget right now.
Yeah, it's not in the budget. It's just mentally, it's teaching them to say, okay, or you can say, I don't want to spend money on that right now. It's a great way to just start programming them to really understand the value of $1 and showing them what things really cost and how expensive they are.
And here's the thing too, is oftentimes we can't afford it. You know, we have enough money to be able to afford it. So if we say we can't afford it, okay, if that's true, say that. But it's okay to just say, you know what, that's not in the budget right now. No, that's not what we're going to buy right now. It's really good to instill that no word in them. And just really make sure that you stick to your no.
Stick to your no.
And the value of $1 is really, really important. I have kind of a funny story. When Cade was in first grade, he wanted to get some French fries and stop somewhere and get French fries or something. And I was like, no, honey, we're not going to do that right now. And I said, we don't have the money for it. It's like, oh, Mom, you know that thing that looks like this? You can just go like this, and then you can have it. It was a credit card. He was talking about a credit card. First grade. So these kids are picking up on money habits, but they don't necessarily understand what the value of $1 is. So here's a little exercise you can do, especially if you have little kids, and now is a great time to do it, especially as we have maybe a little bit more time during Christmas break and things like that, and Thanksgiving break. But when you're driving around, just asking them, what do you think the value of that is? What do you think that's worth? What do you think that house is worth? What do you think that car is worth? What do you think, just different things, because they'll start thinking. It was really fun in second grade. We did this exercise with one of our kids, and the second grade teacher was like, I'm so amazed at how Kate understands the value of things. I said, well, give me an example. She said, well, we were talking about a boat, and we had everybody in the class was sitting in a big circle, and I said, okay, how much do you think a boat costs? And kids were like, $2, and some people said kids said $1 million and stuff. Well, Cade was spot on. She gave that as an example. That's because he's understanding that there's things that you buy and there's a cost that comes along with it. And just starting with some fun little exercises like that as your kids get older, really getting into the cost. For us, a car was big. That was a big deal for us.
Because we kind of set expectations with the car.
Yeah.
So Cade just bought his first car, got a heck of a deal from a great friend of my dad's. It was unbelievable, the deal he got in this car. But he knew going in it was a great deal. Like, he was freaking out when he saw this car.
Right.
Because he knew how much his brother spent on his car, and he knew what a great deal with this, the low mileage, totally awesome gas mileage, totally in his cost bracket. So he was ecstatic with this car.
He had saved.
And you know what? He bought it a year before he can even drive it. So Cole's going to drive it part-time to make sure that it just keeps moving. But he was ecstatic because, like, Dad, I have that money saved. Now this is off my to-do list, and I've got a car, and now I can just use my money to add tint to the windows, put a new Bluetooth in there, and some things like that.
Yeah, so it's just really cool.
Yeah.
So we're really excited. So now start looking for these things. You don't want a give-me child at Christmas, but you've got to really be listening. That's really the key. Listen, watch. And one last thing we're going to say. When you see trouble areas, don't knock them down or talk to them about it right then. Wait a day or so and say, when we were in the store yesterday, it was kind of frustrating because I had said no to the candy bar, but you just kept asking, and that puts me in a strange spot too. So talk to them about it. Explain to them why it's not cool that they keep asking for things. You don't have to yell at them right then. You talk and recircle back around. It just makes for a better relationship building with them as well.
Absolutely.
All right, so super excited to not have spoiled kids this Christmas.
Happy holiday shopping.
That's right. Oops, here we go.
Oh, here it comes. No.
Yay!
Not
It's coming!
Thanksgiving.
I'm super excited.
Thanksgiving has not happened. No.
Well, probably by the time a lot of people watch this, they'll both be over.
All right, so if it's after Thanksgiving, then I'll have much more of a better holiday spirit for Christmas.
Sweetie.
All right,
Well,
you guys go out, have a great week, and as always,
make it happen.